Welcome to iOS Insights. Today we'll be implementing our Guess the Word game using Swift, SwiftUI, SPM, which is Swift Package Manager, graphics, and async and await with JSON. We will start to implement the game functionality within the content view. Click within your content view and then select Tutorial and then select File and then click on Add Packages, as we'll be embedding Swift Package Manager graphic package, which is called Confetti SwiftUI, to enable some animation within the application. And then the package we'll be using is called Confetti SwiftUI, which is this one here. And then click on Confetti SwiftUI on the left hand side, which is this one highlighted. To add the actual package, click on Add Package. And then click on Add Package again. For those that know, Swift Package Manager, SPM, is similar to CocoaPods, but Swift Package Manager is more focused and aimed at iOS, Swift, and Mac environments. When the Swift Package Manager has been downloaded, you should see it in your package dependencies, which is here on the left hand side. And then you should see like images and other sources. So now we'll go back into the content view. And to use the Confetti SwiftUI framework, all you have to do is just type in import Confetti SwiftUI, just select it. Now the variables we'll be using for the application are the following. Just @state private var current word, and then another @state private var shuffled word, @state private guesses. This will include an array of guesses. Also, please note the actual solution, the source code, is all downloadable by iOS Insights. They can download the whole thing. @state private var end of game equals false. @state private var display word equals comma, and then @state private var attempts equals 0. The attempts is the amount of attempts it took to find the actual word. At state private var second elapse and seconds elapse is used to count the amount of seconds that it took to find the word. At state private var show balloon equals true, and show balloons appears at the end of the game when the word has been found. At state private count equals int 20. At state private var start new game equals true. At state private var attempt guess equals false, and at state private var game count equals 0. At state private var letter buttons is hidden equals false. And then finally, the final variable is let timer equals timer publish 1 and then on dot main then in dot common then auto connect. So this line 26, it creates a new timer that publishes a new value every 1 second on the main thread and in the common run loop mode. I missed out to the declaration of var, which is variable, so I need to add var here and also var here. And then now within var body sum view, we'll create a scroll view. So scroll view bracket vstack text guess the word. But then we need a bracket there. And then dot modifier text modifier, open bracket, color, nil. So now we just run it. What we should see on the screen is the caption, guess the word, within a text that's embedded within the VStack. So we just run it now, just to make sure that it's working. Oh, there's a bracket missing, so I missed out a bracket. Hold on, something happened with Xcode. It's just compiling at the moment. As you can see, it's displayed guess the word at the top. So that part is working, which is good. I'll just place it here. So the next thing we need to do, about modifiers. So modifiers enables encapsulation, code reuse. So the modifier enables things like the text and the font alignment, highlights, italic, bold to be embedded so that you don't have to keep on typing it out. You just create a modifier. But all of this is explained fully in the code download that's available by iOS Insights website. And it's also available on YouTube, the actual link for the website. So create another text field, which is text, open bracket, display word, add another modifier, call this modifier text modifier, the same as the previous one. The color will be yellow. And now we create another stack. This time it will be a H stack, which is H stack. Just type in H stack, open bracket, and then close bracket. For each guesses ID, self, guess in text, open bracket, guess, dot font, open bracket, headline, dot font, foreground color, is black. As you can see, this is another modifier, dot foreground, open bracket, dot black, and dot font, open bracket, dot headline. This modifier could be encapsulated into this folder that has all the modifiers. So create another element. This one will be a text field. It's called text field letters, letter display, text at current word, current words. I think I missed out a variable. Did I miss it? Current word, current word, at current word. Well, for some reason it's not working. Let me try it again. Current word. Letters, display, comma, text. Oh, it's $, current word. Dot text. This is another modifier, but really it could have been an embedded modifier, like an encapsulated modifier, stored within the modifiers file. Storing it in the modifiers file enables better code reuse than doing it this way. I'm just showing you all different combinations of how to do it. Text field, style. So we make the text field style rounded. Border text field style. And the modifier letters display modifier. So let's run this again just to see the latest output. As you can see, it's created a text field, text box, and the text field will display the actual letters that have been found. On change open bracket of current word new value in, this is closure, on change, it seems like this is incorrect, on change if new value dot count is more than 1, current word equals string open bracket, new value, dot prefix. The prefix. So what this line does is just make sure that the user, as in the player, they cannot enter more than one character. So even if they try to enter more than one character, it would always take the first character and store it into the current word variable. And then now, just type in on submit. Check guess. So with on submit, when you submit, it'll always call the check guess function, but it's not being declared as yet. We'll declare it later. And now to create the actual buttons that enables the user to select the letter that they think is in the word, we'll do this. Letter buttons current word and then is hidden letter buttons is hidden. So what this will do, as soon as the application has been launched, it will hide the letter buttons, and this is done by setting letter buttons is hidden Boolean variable. If start new game and not attempt guess open bracket, so this means it's the start of a new game. So obviously if it's the start of a new game, the game hasn't started as yet, there hasn't been any guesses made, so that will always be true. So create a spacer, 2 spaces, to bring the button down a bit. Button, open bracket, new game, action, new game, dot modifier, new and end game modifier. And then the next if statement is similar to the previous one. Really, this should be refactored to enable better code reuse, but that can be done another time. If attempt guess and not start of a new game, and create the same spaces as before. I'll just copy this, copy and paste this. And that will be guess. This will be the guess button. So when you think you know the word or the letter that's in the word, just click on the guess button. And then the action will be check guess. Check guess. If end of game text open bracket comma font system size 50 dot on appear counter plus equals 1 start new game equals false attempt guess no yeah, that's incorrect. Start new game equals true. Attempt guess equals false. Game count equals 1. So this section, what it does, it shows the confetti when it's the end of the game. And the actual confetti functionality will be coming up soon. Type in dots, confetti, confetti cannon, counter, counter, repetitions, and repetition interval. So all this means is that the confetti will be shown 3 times, but during that 3 times it will be shown every 0.7 of the times, as in seconds. Now to display the actual result to the screen, as in display the result of the game and the time taken to guess the actual word, this information will be displayed within the text. So just type in text, you guess the word in attempts attempts and seconds elapsed and seconds. So this one attempt, is it working? Attempts. hold on, I think we missed out something. Attempts. I spelled attempts incorrectly, so there should be a T there on line 17. Font, open bracket, title. So now we're just styling the text field, the text box for the words. So we're giving it a font style of title, foreground, got white, and then play sound. So the play sound is played when the game has been completed, when the word has been found. And this play sound is within a modifier. So it's all encapsulated. It's in this modifier, play sound modifier. Dot on appear, open bracket, UI application, dot shared, dot send, action, open bracket, selector, open bracket, UI responder, UI responder, UI responder, resign, UI responder, it's UI responder, dot, and then it's resign, first responder, to nil from nil and for nil. On line 89, all this does, it just removes the keyboard from the application. Delete that bracket, it's not needed. The on appear, why is this one red? UI application dot shared send action open bracket selector open bracket UI responder design first responder. Oh, there shouldn't be a bracket there. Expected declaration. So why is this red? It seems like this is in the wrong place. So I'll cut this and delete these two here. Then I place it here. Dot on appear. And then type in get random. Well, let's just see how it works at the moment. Oh yeah, we can't because the other two methods haven't been created as yet. So just type in get random words. Get random words. That's another method that needs to be created. And on.receive. Open bracket timer. In if not end of game, seconds elapsed. Let's increment the seconds elapsed to 1. And then set the background color This background color is using an extension which is 0x. This is the hex value for the background color. F8 4 B8. Now type in func new game. New game, this is one of the methods that we declared earlier, but it wasn't created fully, which is new game. I'll just search for it. New game. Which is here, new game. This is the method that we just created, which is called new game. This is remove. Because it's a new game, we want to remove or empty the array, the variable array, so remove everything that was in the array previously. So remove all. And get random words. That's another method we need to create. This method gets the actual random words from the web service. Current words equals comma. Just clear it. Clear the current word. End of game equals false. Show balloons equals false. Start new game equals false. Because the game has already started, we won't be starting the new game again because we're in the game already. attempt guesses equals true. Letter buttons is hidden equals false. The letter buttons is like the virtual keyboard, but it's more customized equals false. Shuffle word equals word to guess. Word to guess. Word to guess hasn't been defined. Word to guess. Word to guess. So let's just scroll up just to make sure we defined it. Oh, we missed it out. So it should be called state private var word to guess string optional. And then now let's type in display word equals string repeat count shuffle word dot count. So what this line does, 108, it replaces each letter with an underscore. And this should be repeating, not repeat. So that should be repeating. This one here. Attempt equals 0. And that will reset the number of attempts, as in trying to guess the word, as it's a new game at the moment. We're in the new game function. So within the new game function, we just initialize everything as fresh. Seconds elapsed equals 0. So the new game function, that's now complete. So the next function we'll do is show word. So function show word. Guess string. So the function show word takes a parameter, which is string data type. Var new display. Var new display word, equals comma, just clear it. For open bracket index letter in shuffled word enumerated as we're going through a loop. If display word display word dot index open bracket display word shut start index offset by index. Is that right? Offset by index. 1, 2, 3. Display words. This is display word. Oh, this should be on line 116. This one here. The first bracket should be a square bracket. And then we end it with a square bracket. So if it's not equal to an underscore, so that line, it just checks if the letter has been found or not. Open bracket. New display word equals string display word open bracket display word index open bracket display word start index offset by index. So if the word has been found, what we'll do is add the previous found word to the new word and update the display. Else, if guess contains letter so this line, it just checks to see if the guess contains, if the letter is within the actual hidden word. New display string letter else new display word plus equals concatenate. That means else just concatenate with another underscore. So you'll just add another underscore to the display word. And now, so yeah, so now we just type in display word equal display word. Display word equals new display word. We just indent some of this to make it a bit neater. Go to file. Oh, it's indent now. So it's editor, structure, and then right indent. Yeah, so this line should really be down here. And this one is the end of the function, which is this function. And the next function we'll create is called check guess. Just type in func check guess. Let guess equals current guess. Current word dot uppercase. So just convert each letter to uppercase. If display word equals shuffled word, end of game equals true. Show balloons equals true. Letter buttons is hidden is equal to true. Show word guess equals to guess. Show word guess shows the actual correct word to the screen at the end of the game. Display word, the W should be a capital on line 129, so the W should be capital. And it should be two equal signs as well. Then type in dispatch, Q, main, async after. If you want the event to be taken place 5 seconds after, now +5. Async, this wrong. Async after deadline and the next thing we'll do is animate the words. Well done. So what we'll do, we'll type in with animation open bracket animation dot ease in out open bracket duration 3 seconds. Display word equals well done. And then just type in return. If not guesses dot contains open bracket guess guesses dot append open bracket guess show words open bracket guess, and that's guess attempts plus 1. So what this is doing on line 141, if the guess is not a repeat, then add the guess to the list of guesses. So just append it to the array. And then on this line, it will just update the display words. And in this line, it will just increment the number of attempts that is taken to guess the actual word. And now the final function that we'll create is to get the actual random words. So this one's called func get random words, get random words. This is a sync and await, so create a task and then do. Because we're using or doing a web request or synchronization connecting to a web server externally, we need to use task so that we're on the correct thread, which is the background thread. So let random words API equals random words API. And the random words API, that's an API that's created in this file, random words API. So when you download the source code, you get all of these files that's needed to enable the actual quiz game to function correctly. Let words equals try await random words API JSON. On line 152, it's just calling the JSON method of the random words API to get the word from the API. And then you can like display the actual random word on the print screen. Word. Then words to guess. Words to guess. I think we missed out that one. Words to guess. No, is there a word? No, that should be called words to guess. Words to guess. So the words to guess is equal to the word to, uppercase. And then now what we do, we create a catch block to catch any errors. And then we display any errors to the console. Print error fetching JSON. Then error. Now let's see how it works now. So we just run it now. Background, words, I guess. Words, so it should be words. Background, so that should be background. Let's try it again. So it's built, so that's good. And this is the actual game for the output. So to start the new game, as you can see, because I use a print statement, you can see the actual random word here on the console, which is here. So to start the game, just click on new, and that's generated that line. That line is the actual, or the amount of letters that we need to find. So the first word we need to find is called animalistic. So just type in A. As you can see, it's there. But if you type in a letter that's not there, it won't appear on the yellow line, like Z. It appears there though. Because the black letters, they're all the letters that's been entered or that you've submitted. I. And M. Then C. L. N. We've done I already, so S. And then T. And then when you're ready to make the final guess, just click on guess button. As you can see, it shows the amount of attempts that it took to find the actual word, and the amount of seconds that it took to find the words as well. To use the Random Words API, you need to register on this website, which is here. It's called api-ninjas.com API Random Words. So just create an account, and then when you create an account, you'll be assigned a API key, and that API key is where you enter your API key in here. So your API key would be entered on this line 19, within the Random Words API. And then the actual URL for the Random Words API would be this one here. But all of this will be explained in the actual code solution that's downloadable from iOS Insights. So we have now come to the end of this tutorial video. If the video was helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. And also remember that you can download the actual source code from iOS Insights, which is here. So it's www.iosinsights.co.uk. Okay, thank you. Bye.